Hello and welcome back to Tiger Den. I'm Braden.
And I'm Jonathan, and we're back with another quality episode. I'm glad to be back after that 2-week break.
I know, it was quite a walkout. It really interrupted the flow of school.
Yeah, Maddie started working on question of the week before the walkout, asking for students' opinions on it.
Let's check it out.
The teachers need to walk out. They need to get paid. They're not paid enough, and it's just one of the many problems Oklahoma has. I fully support their walkout, and yeah.
I think that the teacher walkout is a really good idea, and I think that the teachers should get the pay that they deserve.
They are vastly underpaid and underappreciated by just really everyone, especially the legislature, so I just think it's really important.
Okay, so we are very excited at the first steps that the House and the Senate have taken in passing historic, funding for education. However, the fact that it's historic is because it hasn't happened in 28 years. It's not historic for what they've given us. We need a lot more. We have people leaving the state at monumental amounts, and a $6,000 pay raise isn't going to keep them from doing so. Also, our kids have been cut $300, per student since 2008, and they're only bringing back about 30. So that'll get you each a textbook, so that's awesome, but it's not enough for y'all, and that's why we're walking out.
That got pretty heated, almost as heated as Don Felder and Travis's package on T-posing.
I hate the letter T.
Oh, don't we all?
Hello, America. I'm Don Felder. But today I'm here to talk about a serious problem plaguing the world, and that's T-posing. It's estimated by myself that over 6.8 million people die every day thanks to T-posing related accidents. Join me in our fight to end T-posing. Call 800-771-971-5179, 641-990-051, T-posing, in order to pledge your support.
That's ridiculous.
Almost as ridiculous as a toilet paper dress. But what are you going to do? It's $1 hollow.
Roll it!
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of $1 Hollow. Today is a very special occasion because Travis here is getting married. Who are you getting married to, Travis?
Larry the Lobster.
Larry the Lobster. Very good. Well, very well. So they're having a very low budget wedding, and so I said, what better than for a low budget wedding than a very cheap dollar store wedding dress? Well, I went to the dollar store. Sadly, they don't seem to have any wedding themed merchandise and not a single dress to be found. So I figured I could make a dress using dollar store supplies. That's right, I'm talking about toilet paper. Got 4 rolls for $1. We're gonna make Travis here a wedding dress. Let's get started. Oh, you keep breaking it. You have to be gentle, Travis. So, oh, I'm really dizzy now. Okay, so this is the middle part of Travis's dress. Why did I decide to do this? Why was this? Emily, okay, let me tell you something,
Is
you
this
guys.
her idea?
This was Emily Miller's idea. This is Emily Miller. She told me to do this. She told me on Facebook that I needed to do this. Oh, while I'm at it, I'm gonna do this. Ready? I'm gonna do like kind of like a toga.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, ready?
I already know.
Hey, Travis, I have some news for you. Larry said he wasn't ready for that kind of commitment yet. He's calling off the wedding.
What did we get the dress for?
I'm so sorry, Travis. I thought it would make you happy.
I hate this dress. I'll see you next time on $1 Holla when we track down my ex-lover, Larry the Lobster.
Now that's some high-end fashion right there. Young lady would be overjoyed to wear that on her special day.
I know I'm overwhelmed. I think I need to take a break. We'll be right back.
Watch Tiger and I'm going to drop a diss track on you.
I'm feeling refreshed and ready to move on to the next package. What's next, Braden?
I heard something interesting with Trey.
This should be exciting.
Come on, do you guys really think this was going to be a nature vlog? What's up, MTV? I'm here to show you my house. Come on in. Okay, secondly, whenever you walk in a little bit further into the house, you notice this big hole right here in the nice chandelier. That's $1 million chandelier. Now, let's head on over to the living room. Here in the living room, we have a huge seating area for our guests. And this seat in the middle right here, this one's for me. I have got to tell you, there is nothing better than after a long day of work, just come in here and sit in the throne and watch TV. Well, that's pretty much it for the living room, nothing too special. We'll work our way into the kitchen now. So this is the kitchen. This is where it goes down in here. This is where we get the food cooking. In here, we got anything you could possibly need. We got golden apples in the fridge. We got the furnaces to cook up the food if we need to. We got a double sink with no water. We also got a stove that's got a little snow on it. Well, that's pretty much it for the kitchen. We're going to work our way into the dining room now. So this is our dining room. This dining room can be useful for several different things, you know, eating cake, business meetings, poker, many other things too. Over here on the other side of the dining room, we have a pool outside, but as you can see, it's snowing and the pool's frozen. Otherwise, I'd jump in and probably do a backflip for you. We're going to make our way upstairs now. This is probably one of my favorite rooms of the house. As you walk up the stairs, one of the first things that you see on your left is some of my greatest accomplishments that I've ever came across. I've defeated every mob in the game, including the Ender Dragon and the Wither Skeletons and the Ghasts and them all. You know, I have my armor too. As a professional painter, sometimes I need to unwind and get some stress out. So this serves for a few different things. I have dance parties on my own. I know I said earlier that I had friends, but I really don't. Over here is where I sleep. I like to sleep in luxury. Also, I like to sleep alone. So if I do ever have friends over, they usually sleep over there. Last but not least, one of the things you guys have all been waiting for, to see the garage. This is the whip. It's a Lamborghini Huracan. Got it a couple years ago. She's been running pretty good ever since. But people, they always ask me, how did I do it? How was I just so successful in life? Knowledge. Lots of knowledge. Well, MTV, this is pretty much from my house. Looks like I'm gonna have to kick you guys out now before I have to call the cops. Bye, y'all.
What a twist. I was not expecting that.
It was almost as surprising as my SAT scores.
I still haven't gotten mine back, but we've got a package from David over the SATs. Let's check it out.
Hello, Norman High. My name is David Johnson, and this is NHS News with David. Pretty certain I changed the title or whatever. The SATs are approaching, and we all know we're all excited for it. But how much are we prepared for it? We'll now go to several students and a few teachers to ask them how much hype they are for the SATs.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
How prepared are you for the SATs?
I think I'm pretty prepared.
Ah, so you think you're pretty prepared for it, huh?
Yeah, I went through a few preparations a while ago. I haven't done much of it now, but I think I'm good to go.
All right, thank you for your input, sir.
Thank you.
Ma'am, may I ask you a question?
Okay.
How prepared are you for the SATs?
Not at all.
Of course you aren't, because most students aren't really prepared for it.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, thank you for your input, ma'am.
Oh, no problem. Senior advisory, David.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. What's up?
How prepared are you for the SATs?
I believe that I'm prepared. I have full faith in my answers on the SATs.
All right, thank you for your input, sir.
You're welcome.
And that's it for now from Norman High School with David. Coming up, what is CC's renovating for, and why is it renovating? We'll have answers later, but for now, back to Tiger Dan.
Wow, that was informative. Good luck on all those juniors taking the SAT.
I know my SAT scores are okay, but one thing I know I can't do is sports, which is what Jeannie's been working on this week.
Cool, let's see what it's about.
I'm Matthew Parker. I'm captain of the JV1. JV is better than varsity just because the passion in it is just so more intense. Ball just moves around, it pings around.
I'm here with
Lake Campbell.
So how's your season going?
Our season's going really well, especially with our JV2. We are 3-1 right now, and our JV2 is 2-2.
So I heard JV thinks they're better than varsity.
Oh yes, definitely.
Why so?
We have more wins than varsity has right now, and yeah, we're just doing better season-wise.
I'm good. I'm Nate Holiday, varsity goalkeeper and captain, and to be honest, JV is way better than varsity. We lost to Norman North 2-1. JV tied North 0-0, and they have more passion, more discipline, actually know how to pass the ball.
All right, so the JV is much better than varsity. They have a better record. They have their own Twitter account. Have better players. When we play in practice, the JV always wins versus the varsity.
I'm Ted Foster, starting center mid for Norman High Varsity. The JV's better because my brother's the coach, and he's a really good coach, and he makes them work hard.
And the best player on JV by far is Kate Petrosky, also known as Master Red. He's a great leader for the JV, leads the boys into every game, tries to come out with victory, and you know his passion is unmatched compared to any other varsity player.
And Mason Hunt was going to be their star player, but had a terrible injury and ripped his career in half.
And the best player on JV is probably Caleb Noel. He's a big defender, always gets hurt. He's a baller.
I would say the best player has to be Lake. You know, his agility, his fitness, his touch, just everything's amazing with it. Just, I can't think of a player, only Messi, I think, really. That's who comes to mind whenever I think of him. Okay.
Looks like NHS soccer is really picking up.
Well, I'm tired from just thinking about soccer. I think it's about time for another break.
I'd agree.
Watch Tiger Den! Woo!
Watch Tiger Den.
Joe. Watch Tiger Den. Watch Tiger Den. Watch Tiger Den.
Good job, guys.
Some say he started the Soviet Union. Others say he fought an army of pickles. He's the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always watch TV. When I do, I prefer Tiger Dan.
And we're back from the break and ready with more chicanery.
Next up, we have Derek and his camping adventures.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Dishes with Derek. For this episode, we went camping. It was quite interesting, so here it is.
Okay, so our first problem while doing this, John forgot to bring the poles for the tent back there, so we're having to improvise by getting sticks and drilling them into the ground. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So how do you feel about this?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Pretty excited, actually.
Can I know, this is the first time John is voluntarily being on camera. So, we just have to screw up utterly for him to be on camera. It could have gone better. It was like the commercial. John had that stupid coin, which brings us bad luck every time we do something. This time, we forgot the tent poles, so we had to end up improvising, and luckily, it was my idea to hang the top of a tent on one of these things. Yeah, one of these things. So, luckily we got the tent to go up, and now we're starting our fire, and we don't know if the tent's big enough to fit everyone, so John is threatening to sleep outside, I guess.
So, who'll start cooking?
Okay, so.
You have to put out a fire.
Yeah, it's cold. It dropped from about it was 60 degrees when we got here. It dropped to 45 now. It's probably gonna end up like around 30 by the time midnight. There's people coming down the road. But, so, do you want another hot dog? But, we were told to put out the fire by some lady. We had to run up to the dollar store and buy charcoal.
It's an RV. Yeah, they're just going to the RV.
And so we have to use charcoal to use the cast iron now. And I was cooking my second round of hot dogs, and yeah, they're quite delicious. I cook them before they. I would eat them before they get cold because it's 45 degrees.
Oh, you're right.
Quad decided to go into the girls' bathroom at the campsite.
It is 8:11, and I guarantee it's not 51 degrees. But
show them with your breath. That ain't 51.
Yeah, that ain't 51. So, we're blocking the door, so Quad's gonna have a difficult time getting out. So, I would ask lower.
Whatever you say, it's much nicer in the girl bathroom.
I feel great. Good morning, it's 8 a.m., it's 27 degrees. We woke up about an hour ago to start cooking food, but it's so cold and I really don't have an appetite. I don't know about anyone else, but last night about 12, all of us woke up and went and slept in our cars because the tent was just so cold and it had frost around it. And so I guess you could say this was successful-ish camping. But yeah, hopefully next time it goes much better and we don't forget tent poles. We got 2 pieces of thick bacon, no, 4 pieces of thin bacon. I don't think anyone's happy with how cold it is right now.
Oh yeah.
Next time, come more prepared. And when it's not 30 degrees out, preferably, or it's not even 30, it says 55. I don't believe that, but it feels like 44. I don't believe that either. But yeah, so just come more prepared, and then we'll be good. And when it's warmer.
I had a lot of fun on that trip, but it couldn't last forever.
That's an unfortunate truth, to be sure. It's almost at the end of the year, and you know what that means.
Life, college debt, and yearbooks. Speaking of which, Edwin just finished his package over the yearbook.
Sweet, let's roll it.
I'm editor-in-chief, so people write the stories and they send them to their section editors, and then they send them to me, and I'm the final edit before it goes into the yearbook.
I'm the photo editor of our yearbook.
What do you do there?
I take photos at events as well as sort them.
I'm the art director, and I'm also a head photographer, so I design the entire book, I put everything on the pages, and I take photos at a lot of events.
Being the boss.
It's pretty nice. I mean, it's the student's job to make sure that the content gets in and done. I'm just there to sort of push them in the right direction. And I mean, all the decisions are ultimately theirs. I just am there to make sure that they make them.
How long have you been in yearbook?
I've been in yearbook since the first semester of freshman year.
Class.
I've only technically been in the class this year, but I did a lot of work for it last year in journalism.
I got involved my sophomore year just as a regular staff member. My junior year, I was the video editor, and this year I'm the art director, so 3 years.
How long have you been the boss?
This is my 4th year.
When does the book come out?
The book comes out May 11th. Yes, May 11th. Not too late. You can order a book distribution day as long as we have extras that people haven't ordered.
How much is it?
Right now it's $65, but next Monday it'll go up to $80.
What separates this book from others?
We kind of approached it from a very different way. We sort of went in knowing what we wanted to do visually, and then stuff like our stories came later. We changed the way we do a lot of our studio photography, and the order of the book is very different too, so it's kind of unlike anything you guys have seen before. The second the year's book is done, the people who are going to be on the head staff next year start talking about it. So April and May last year is when we started kind of discussing this book, and we worked a lot over the summer doing kind of test shoots with some stuff that we wanted to try out, and then kind of rolled right into August of this year where we pretty much solidified it then, but it was about like 4 months of talking about it and trying to solidify exactly what we wanted to do.
What got you interested in being yearbook?
I did it in high school, and then at OU, I worked at the yearbook there too. And then so when this job opened up, it just sort of fit.
Man, I hope this year's yearbook is good, because this year is our last.
This year's been pretty good, so I hope we can round it out the best way as possible. And with that, the show is over.
We'll see you guys next time for another exciting show.
See you guys later.